Okay, my name's Angelo, and I'm going to walk you through my DraftKings lineup and logic. So if we're scrolling down the list here, I am not going to touch the Chikwi versus Pickett fight. Chikwi probably is going to knock him out and knock him out early, and anytime you're doing DraftKings, you do need those knockouts, you need those finishes, you need those bonus points, but he has 4 professional fights. So he's not exactly a seasoned veteran, and that's just a risk I'm not going to take for $9,400. Gallegos, this is another tricky one, super expensive. He took this fight on a few days' notice. So there was a drop, and he stepped up. We're talking about a few days' notice here. I don't know what kind of shape he's in. I don't know what he's been training for. I don't know any of those circumstances. During COVID, a lot of these last-minute guys have been having a ton of luck. I'm not comfortable with that kind of money, right? I will take Pettis. So this fight's at welterweight. I believe in Pettis. I'm going to take Pettis. I'm not taking Marias. I'll take Font when I see him. I am going to grab Flick here. So Flick's $8,700. He's not dirt cheap, but I just believe he's going to be busier, and I think he's going to win this fight. And anytime I'm doing my lineup, I look for the light guys if I can, because they have high volume, high output, and even in a loss, you can score 30, 40, 50 points, which is always a bonus. I'm also grabbing Aldo here. So Aldo is the slight favorite. Vera's coming off that win over Sean O'Malley, but, frankly, that win was kind of nonsense. Sean quit. He beat himself. I didn't necessarily watch that and say, wow, Vera's a killer. Jose Aldo, yes, he just lost the title fight, but he's still one of the best out there. This is a journeyman versus, an aging all-time great. So I'm going to go with Aldo. Not touching Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy's a straight-up athlete, has a ton of power. He's not a true MMA fighter, right? Obviously, he has a ton of fights. He's doing well, but he doesn't have all of that experience yet, and he's mostly a striker. His opponent, Tybura, is a grappler. He's a journeyman, but he's a grappler. So I'm just not going to touch this fight. They're heavyweights. If Hardy knocks him out early, it'll be a ton of points. If he doesn't, he's going to lose a boring, very low-point scoring decision. I'm also not touching Michelle Pereira. I'm going to grab Williams instead. I think it's a close fight. I just think, Michelle's on a streak. He's looking good, but he's a little too confident sometimes and does those wild capoeira kicks and flips, and that just puts him in situations he doesn't need to be in. So I'm going to go the other way on this, and I'm trying to save money where I can. Let's see what we got here. I am going to grab Rob Font. So, Marlon Moraes versus Rob Font. Moraes looks great, is great. But I'm from the Northeast. Rob Font's in the Northeast. Font has looked great. His boxing is great. And Moraes sometimes tends to get in his own head. So I'm hoping Rob Font outboxes him, continues to move, and really avoids those Moraes leg kicks. And again, these are lighter guys. Font does have some solid output. So I'm going with Font here. And then I have to grab somebody in the main event. Anytime you're doing a lineup, you want to grab somebody in the main event. It's a 5-round fight, so there's more opportunities to score points. If it's 2 little guys, like last week, I doubled up the main event. And those 2 little dudes, they fought the full 5 rounds, high volume on both sides. I scored a ton of points. I don't see that happening here. I'm going to go with Neal. I love Wonder Boy. Absolutely love Wonder Boy. But he, Pettis knocked him out cold, and Pettis is smaller, and I think his chin is just fading. So here's our lineup. We went Aldo, Flick, Font, Neal, Pettis, and Williams, and we have no money left over. So this is a good lineup. Unless something happens, the weigh-ins have already happened, but unless there's a COVID drop, this is a lineup I'm sticking with going into tomorrow night.